Hello, Internet. I'm Shaun from Famous Spaces, and I'm getting my yawn out right now. There'll be many more to come.
And I'm Sebastian from InvestComics.com, and I'm not yawning because it's a
I got like 9 hours of sleep
on
last night, too. 9 hours of sleep, and I'm still yawning.
You're tired of sleeping.
Very
Maybe
sleepy.
you dreamt you were awake.
Invincible 100. Oh, why did you pick this cover? I mean, this is a cool
You
cover.
grabbed it. What? Because you just grabbed one without looking. That's why.
And welcome to FFFIC.
Invincible 100 has like 8 covers. Yeah, 8 covers. But Invincible 100 is fantastic. Thank you for letting me leave the show with this before this next one.
I'm there for you.
This is great. This is Robert Kirkman. Despite what people say, he knows how to write really good. I'm not saying this is a milestone issue. This is just the end of an arc, and you pay an extra $1 for an extra 10 pages, so that's worth it.
It's like 10 cents a page.
It ends the death of everyone, which it's not the death of everyone. It's only the death of like 800,000, almost
It'll be a million after they're totaled.
Yeah. And yes, the first page leaked online. I'll even show you. Oh, what?
Squish.
Yeah. But just read it. Even if you read in graphic novel trade, however you want to say, you go buy this issue. It's amazing. I think this is one of 3 comics from Image to make it over 100 now. So it's great. I love it.
And since everybody else at Marvel and DC keeps renewing, right now it's Image with the big number comics.
Yeah, I think
Everybody else is up to number 5.
Except for all new X-Men, that's up to 7. Okay.
Oh yeah, well no, number.
They're almost up on
all
8
new
now.
X-Men's going to be at number 100 next month.
Superior Spider-Man number 2. I give up. I got. Let's see. Where's the page I gave up on?
I don't know. I wasn't there when you gave.
I got to here. I got to the Dexter ad and just gave up. I'm like, you know what? I just don't care. Wake me up when Peter Parker comes back because.
But Mary Jane dances
Yeah, I don't care.
like an Image chick.
I gave it a shot. I read 700. I read Superior Spider-Man 1.
I don't hate it. I
don't hate it. I just don't care.
I'll come out and say I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I never liked that they even bothered giving him this girlfriend. What's her name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah, the
Kind
cop
of
chick.
things.
Charlie, Carly, Carrie, whatever the hell her name is. I never even liked that she had to be there. So okay, it is a little, Oh, really? She's the one person who's going to catch on. Figure. But I like when even Peter has, even the ghost of Peter has to go. No, wait, that's really clever. When
I got to that part. I remember that part.
I do like the moments where he's actually a superior Spider-Man. And there are a couple of little highlights and whatever. As a Spider-Man story goes, it's decent. It's not my favorite thing. It's not the least favorite thing they've ever done in Spider-Man. I'll keep reading it.
Superman 16.
Yes.
I'm not going to read it. I don't care.
Is your phone vibrating, or
Probably.
are we getting attacked by dolphins? I don't know what the fuck
Aquaman's
that
not
was.
up. Yeah, it's Dolphins.
Could be either, could be more.
But yeah, Superman Hell on Earth. It's busy and stuff happens, and the Rockerford art is gorgeous. That's always fun. I think what actually threw me the most in this is I'm still liking this. One of my favorite Superboy stories is the way Superboy's been handled, even by Scott Lobdell, who I like to give a hard time. I like the way Superboy's been handled in the Superman storyline. I think they should keep Superboy as part of the Superman world. They seem to do him better there. Apparently no one, and I'm going to even include Jeff Johns in this, when he does his Justice League things, no one seems to read the greatest DC book there is, which is Wonder Woman, because nobody writes her with the same voice. They've got her saying lines in here that are very lofty, aloof, which I get could be an ideal for Wonder Woman. But if you're reading the Wonder Woman comic, which is awesome, that's not Wonder Woman, and nobody writes it like that.
Take place with the rest of the DC?
I know. I want that Wonder Woman to show up and go, who the fuck is this?
I just
Running
want
around
to
with
know
Justice League.
where the story takes place with the rest of the DC. She's a very busy character.
She's busy, and she found a better niche. She's like, you know what, you guys stay here. So it's okay.
Green Hornet 33. 33, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Green Hornet book at the moment. Britt is dead. He's not. And the sidekick of the other hero that used to kind of hang with them sometimes is now a new Green Hornet in like this armor. He's almost like the Jaime Reyes of Green Hornets. and it's not doing anything for me.
Aquaman 16. Trench is back.
Oh, it is so good. It's such a beautiful book.
Batman's so smart.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
Paul Pelletier is an awesome artist.
Yeah, Batman, yeah. Even if you just keep Batman in a unbreakable cocoon, he's still the greatest ally you can have with you.
Yes. It's a phenomenal. They're doing a
Batman
really good job.
can build bat sonar so good it can read hieroglyphics etched on a wall.
It's doing a really good job of
That's some powerful sonar.
Of keeping this and Justice League connected. So you have to read both of them to get the full story.
And the Justice League Reserves, I think, were my favorite part of this. And something that I completely missed whining about it, and you know I love to whine. In the last page of Justice League, when they had that page of all the heroes, Black Lightning's there, but the colorist missed the boat and colored the lightning yellow and lightningy. But in the new 52, my favorite thing about Black Lightning is the name is now a little less 70s, 80s, hey, we're a comic book company, we name our black superheroes with the word black and then whatever their power is. You know, the Black Panther, Black Lightning, Black Goliath, like this. But he actually produces lightning that is in fact black. And it's colored the right way in this. Black Lightning's lightning is Black Lightning. That makes me happy. You know what's my favorite DC thing, though?
Everything, apparently?
No. This ad. I don't know what this is to do with. I don't know if this is going to be something or if this is just going to be something going on. This ad and all of them.
It's going to be in the back of the comics every month.
Magic Hand, hold that up. I want this to be an ongoing book. I want Calendar Man, Cat Green.
It looks stupid.
That would be awesome.
Ambush Bug, hell yeah.
Ambush Bug, and I forget the guy from Superman that's the jerk, sexist sports guy. But, oh my god, Channel 52? I would watch this as a web show. I would read this as a book. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing. I'm done.
Flash Gordon's, I guess, number 9.
Flash is good. I mean, my daughter still reads this one. It's one of the books Dynamite does a better job with.
That's it? That's your... Okay.
That's my review. It's a great book. Read this. Me and my daughter read it. Happy moments. Read this.
Injustice number 1. This takes place with a video game that's coming out. It's the storyline. This book is dark and awesome. I was expecting this book to be like, oh great, it's another video game kind, like DC Universe Online, which was okay. But this is really good, and there's some crazy stuff that happens in it. Check this out. It's written by the same guy who writes Unwritten, and he uses the alias Tommy Taylor as the writer, so that's pretty clever.
The guy who writes Unwritten. It's just
well, you don't read Unwritten, do you?
I know.
Okay, well,
that's unread as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Talon number 4. Don't care.
Oh, I still love this book.
Oh, I got about 3 pages in, and I realized I am not into this book.
Oh, you.
I just not for me. It's not bad. I just don't care about the Court of Owls unless Batman's involved. Apparently, it's just my opinion.
But they're not the Court of Batmans. They're the Court of Owls.
I just don't care.
Picturing Owls playing basketball right now, but
Just picking up.
You steal the ball. You can't steal the ball because they can turn around and follow you with their little owl heads. But
just picture flapping. Trying to pick up the ball, but the kicks or feet are too small.
They pass the ball, it knocks them over. Boom. Because they're owls.
It's like I'm just picturing a whole bunch of the owls from Harry Potter. Ron's owl, the clumsy one who can't do anything, just like falling all over the place trying.
I forgot you finally took the Potter plunge.
I know, I'm on 2. I think I gotta watch 3 now.
But yeah, I love the art in this. I
like Ron's owl.
I love the story, and I love Errol.
Is that his owl's name?
Yeah, the owl that smacks into walls and stuff.
He flew up to the glass. I had to pause it. I was laughing so hard. Just so stupid.
This guy.
Oh, Harry Potter, you're good.
15 years late, but he's good.
Whatever. I never had the urge to watch him. Sarah told me it's good. I said, sure, I'll watch this. And I watched the first one again for probably the 30th time. So I know I've seen that a lot because it was always on ABC Family.
I think Angie wants to have you and Sarah over for like a marathon or something. She's like, ugh. Angie likes having marathons for any movie.
Angie doesn't watch this, so I can shake my head no all I want.
Well, yeah, she'll never.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Angie.
He's not coming, Angie.
Unless there's corn dog nuggets or jalapeno poppers.
I'll show up for the poppers.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah, let's do this.
Come on over.
No.
No, we're gonna give.
That's a bit far.
We're gonna give them someone else's address. Shh. Don't listen, internet. Are they listening? But yeah, this book is good, and there's now a owl, a Court of Owls. He's got his own Court of Owls nemesis. is like the bane of owls. He was like a serial killer back in his heyday. He's a big, scary, crazy, bloodthirsty owl who's the only court of owls smart enough to. They drop all the ice cold water on him. Somebody got a heated suit. Somebody figured out that if your only weakness is the cold, insulate.
So that took a year to figure out?
They're slow. Nobody's ever beat them before. Technically they're fast learners. They only got beat like a week ago in comic time.
Sixth Gun number 28. It's a hot pick.
Oh, this book. Oh yeah.
See what I did there?
A hot pick?
See what I did there?
Oh.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
See, and it should be a hot pick. It should have been a hot pick every time. And maybe it was.
Let's just bring it down.
This book is great. I tell you every time, this is the book you should be reading. This book is so much fun. Now, NBC has ordered a pilot, so you want to see here. You ready for this, Jay? Not only will I tell you this is a hot pick, but from the Invest Comics standpoint, these could be the issues that become. They're already in set print runs for the older issues. You track these down, you find these, and if the show takes off, even on half the level that even on a quarter of the level that Walking Dead did, then there should be some interest and boost in these. At the very least, you got yourself, a great comic. Oh, and this issue, so good. And, Gord making deals. Ooh, Gord, don't make this kind of deals, because it ends badly. The issue doesn't, but it's going to end badly. He made it.
You read this?
I did.
Okay, this book.
Well, actually, I was going to say, the bulk of my review for this is... there have been a lot of...
I'm sorry, Red Lantern 16 for people who don't know.
This is 16, so that means this is from the first wave, and as the New 52 does it, right? This is a first wave of comics.
Yeah, it's been around since the get-go.
Several books have been canceled, many of which truly deserved it. A couple of which I think couldn't possibly have deserved it more than this. I think it's not a horrible thing. It's just not...
They don't need their own book?
Yeah, they don't. I think Rage is a hard thing to write and ongoing, and since at this point half the Corps is suffering from a lack of rage and refinding themselves, how can you be the Red Lantern Corps if you're all about rage? If at your core nobody's all about rage anymore, they're all
not even close to what they presented in the first.
And if the wrong person draws, is it Bleeze? Is her name Bleeze?
Yep.
Bleeze.
If the wrong person draws that mask, those wing things just look kind of ridiculous. Yeah. I never noticed till that panel.
Green Lantern Corps Annual #1 wraps up the Rise of the Third Army, I think.
Because now we're getting on to the wrath of the...
the Third Army's still around. There was no definitive end.
Well, this was just a rise. This wasn't the fall of the Third Army. No, wasn't even the victory. This was just we're here.
Yeah, nothing really...
They rose.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what happened in the past 6 months of Green Lantern, really, besides Kyle Rayner got White Lantern powers. White power, Kyle Rayner.
All the Earth Lanterns figured out what was happening. Nobody else figured out what was happening. Because Salak figured out what was happening and is now locked away and in trouble.
Ooh.
And
here's my thing with the Green Lantern.
And Kilowog knows.
I'm thinking Jeff Johns and the whole team are burnt out on it because the stories just don't feel fresh and new anymore. Besides New Guardians, I guess. But like even
Green Lantern, the Baz stuff.
You create Baz, but at the same time,
and I don't care what you do with Guy Gardner as long as you're doing something with Guy Gardner. All the rest of my characters either got killed, erased, canceled, or some combo thereof.
In my opinion, here's Green Lantern the past 6 months or the past 2 years. Oh, let's trust the Guardians. Guardians do something bad. Let's fight them. Oop, Guardians are evil. Oh, let's trust them again. Repeat.
They're cute little in blue. How are you gonna keep this?
Yeah, so are Smurfs. I don't trust Smurfs.
Don't you?
Panther #6.
This book is still fun. The art in this issue not as great as before, but I still kind of enjoy Panther.
Shadow
it's
#9.
fun to say Panther because it's Panther.
Shadow #9.
Shadow's awesome. Shadow, you should just be reading. Shadow equals great book. Dynamite does a great job with Shadow.
Teen Titans 16 had Red Hood in it, unlike Red Hood 16.
Teen Titans.
It was good. There's two trays. I'm not saying it's great, but I mean it was better than Red Hood.
Yeah, there's 2 trays in this. What's up with that? I don't know what's going on there.
It was better than Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Well, oddly enough,
it was no Nightwing.
Yeah. Oh no. There were some better moments. There were some funky moments.
I haven't been reading Teen Titans.
Joker had some decent lines.
I haven't been reading Teen Titans, and I haven't been reading Red Hood. Does this mean Identity Crisis didn't happen?
I don't know.
Because
specified.
No, it means Identity Crisis didn't happen. Deathmatch number 2.
Well, wait, yeah, because one of the other things is just that I do think for some reason the entire point of this issue.
There was a point to this issue.
There was, and
yeah.
it's so ham-fisted. I don't see how you miss it. The entire point of this issue was so that anyone reading it can make sure that it's okay to like Red Hood because Red Robin says so. This whole issue was basically Red Robin's narrative, and all Red Robin keeps thinking is how awesome, almost like a almost like a little like a little fangirl. He moves like silk. Who thinks that? But he's like
You're odd.
And he who do you know that moves like silk?
Jared.
Jared doesn't move.
He's a dwarf hobbit hybrid. How does that move like silk?
Cameraman.
Little tiny. Go from the quiet end of the camera, sir.
Thank you. Cameraman, don't talk.
This is my favorite part when I watch this. Is I forget that he says and you just hear them from when I'm watching. But yeah, basically this is really just to give Red Hood, Red Robin's seal of approval.
Deathmatch number 2. It's not Avengers Arena.
This book is so good. Partially because, I was going to say partially because it's not Avengers Arena, but no, even Avengers Arena I'm really liking.
So the chart.
Yeah, it's got the chart.
I flipped through it. I thought that was Gambit. Look how Gambit's in here.
It's Gambit's little sister, Gambit. The art in this is gorgeous. The story is moving at a great little clip, and despite the fact that there's like a billion characters, even without this chart, you get a feel for like all of them. I think Rat and Sable are two of my favorites, and I know Dragonfly is the main guy. But and the dog that was sad. But
I didn't read it, so you're not spoiling anything.
I forget the dog's name. He's got like a
dog, please.
No, it's like Alpha Dog something. Cube versus Monkey. Oh, I like monkeys, but they don't necessarily win. It was Dog 54 Alpha is the dog's name. Oh, it doesn't end well.
Batman Dark Knight number 16. Why did you read this? Have you been reading this?
I have not. I decided to read it because of this is the first issue of what's his name? Of Ethan Van Sciver art. And yeah, it's gorgeous. And the story was actually at first, I'll admit, for the first couple pages I was like, because at this point I'm so caught up in what's going on in Batman that anything that doesn't tie into that makes me think, why am I reading this? I want to read, Batman, Court of Owls, Batman, Death of the Family, Batman. I want to read all of those. But this, by page 4, I said, okay, whipping along. And by the end, I don't think I've ever cared about Mad Hatter this much since his brief but memorable stints in. Not Suicide Squad. What was the other? Secret Six.
Secret Six?
Yeah. That kind of made me laugh. And look, he's got that creepy look. The one eye kind of goes off to the side. He's kind of... He's a Mad Hatter. And he looks disquieting.
Hawkeye number 7 is the most touching comic that's ever come out.
Oh my goodness.
It is fantastic. It's two
spot
different
on.
Stories. One in New York, one in New Jersey.
One for Hawkeye and one for Hawkeye.
Yeah, Lady Hawkeye, so I call her. So we can
Lady Hawkman. It's just Hawkeye, thank you.
Hawkeye. This is a really good issue. It has to do with Hurricane Sandy and no supervillains. And the coolest thing about this is Matt Fraction's donating all the money he's making from this comic, from this issue, to the Red Cross, and that's awesome.
So buy it.
Yes.
You'll get a great book. You'll feel good about yourself.
You need to buy this book. If you're not buying this book, just pick up this issue. They're all one-shots. They're fantastic.
Yeah. And it's
gorgeous.
It is the best book Marvel has right now.
Justice League Dark number 16.
It's so pretty, and I love the continuing adventure of I Can't Lie and feel almost compelled to tell the truth. John Constantine, and Dead Man, not happy that he was a live man for 3.5 panels last issue, and it's this book is just really, really good. Jeff Lemire is brilliant.
Batman and Robin annual number 1. Damien.
It was so much fun.
It's Damien as Robin.
It breaks my heart.
Damien as Batman.
This book breaks my heart though, because
no, it's not future. It's just Damien as Batman.
Yeah,
he leads Batman on.
He sends Batman on a journey,
and he's Batman
and makes Batman go around the world and kind of discover places where Bruce's parents went.
Look at his little Batman
A little honeymoon. He gets to places that were important to his parents, so that was cool.
Look at his little Batman suit.
And
you
get
so squeeze this little cow.
It's the suit.
Hello, Batman.
It's the suit from that story that.
Yeah, the future story. 666.
But
I'm little Batman. I'm little Batman.
But it doesn't tie in. It's not as bleak and destructive as that future was. And this was a really good story. And then, but it does break my heart simply because.
Little Batman.
Last time DC did something like this during Infinite Crisis, they did that Teen Titans annual that was just like all Superboy and Wonder Girl, and it was they finally hooked up. It was really touching. Damian. It was whatever. This issue is just all Damian and Alfred centric.
Alfred. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know that, yeah.
Oh, dude, Alfred's totally under that tray. Flash number 16.
Maybe under all the trays. Maybe there are multiple trays. Each one's got a piece out.
I like Rick's theory the best, though.
What was that?
Flash number 16. I'm not revealing it. And I don't care, really. I don't want people to be like, oh, Gary, you know something.
We don't know anything. That's the beauty of us.
Sure.
This is the Flash. And it ends with Iris, and it starts with I don't know, with Iris, and then there's a little bit in the middle.
Did you read this book?
I did.
Just look at it.
I did, and I don't.
All right,
but so it does have more of a.
What he's saying is it's a Flash book. It goes really fast. There's lines.
No, it doesn't go that fast. But there's
it's
stuff.
Gorilla Grodd from the looks of it.
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd, and he tricks him and stuff.
Okay,
there is a brief part. No,
this isn't working.
There is a brief part in the middle that kind of flashes back and talks with what's it? Is it Danny West? What are they calling? Is whatever. And it's
Wally. I don't care.
Yeah, it's
All-Star Western 16.
This book is so beyond good. Oh my lord! And this wraps up. This is the conclusion after we've got to beat up on the mend.
Jonah Hex.
Holy crap!
You are not good right now.
Yeah, no, it's been a long day with my students, people. But yeah, so you got Jonah kind of on the mend after the whole Eclipso whatever, and then they wrap it up. It's the Eclipso stone. The Eclipso diamond is what they use to make Jekyll and Hyde. So then we get the last bit of the Jekyll and Hyde thing, or at least the last bit for now. Dun dun dun. You get some more of the of Tomahawk, but what I'm really excited for is, in the next issue, in 30 days, All-Star Western presents Stormwatch. You get the Stormwatch of back then with the Englishman, the Sentry Baby, the Lawman, and the Scientist. Oh, it looks so good. And
Sentry Baby?
Well, that's what the ones who were born and lived for an entire century, that's what they're called. But oh my goodness, this book is good. Palmiani and Gray can write the hell out of anything, and I will read it, and you should too. This book is awesome.
Damsel's number 5. Looked like a 3 for a second.
At the risk of sounding like Anson, I like Damsels. I like this book, but I'm reading the words, though, so that separates us. Internet, you don't get it, but hey, Anson. But no, this book is actually a lot of fun. I like this character. It continues the slightly.
Wow, you're not good today. You're totally out of this, huh?
I am. I can't think of any. Well, you have no idea what the day I had.
It's okay.
So, but it's good. Just trust me.
Just watching Dr. Phil.
This is what we end with? Really?
You put it here. I didn't do this. You did this. Avengers 4. Something happened in this. We're not sure. Hyperion is here, but we're not sure why he's here. But he's here. And 5 comes out next week, so we might have more answers.
Big question mark.
I can't even add anything to that.
Yes, Jonathan Hickman wrote a book. He wrote an Avengers book. I know Captain America is in it. He's right there. Black Widow is in it as well. There's Thor. I remember Thor appeared in here. He did something with his hammer. Right?
Hyperion does not approve of Thor's drinking.
Thor. I didn't even know Thor was drinking in this. And the thing was, I was totally into this book. I don't
apparently,
know what
this
happened.
Hyperion, apparently AIM is responsible for bringing him into.
But they found the
this
7th
world.
site. I don't know what the first 6 were.
And apparently the Avengers went there. That's what they did through the issue. They went to these sites where some kind of alien thing happened. They fought. I have no idea what the hell happened in this book. Hyperion.
So that was comics this week. Seriously, something happened. Like, we get like 200 views, which we know we're not like super popular. That's cool. We get like 200 views or something. If someone wants to comment somewhere or like send me a Facebook message what happened in this book, I will appreciate
Avengers
it.
number 4.
And like, I know Jonathan Hickman's not watching this, but for some reason, if he comes across, if he stumbles across this, please, send me the breakdown on what was supposed to happen. Because I was fully into this book, and I
don't know.
Damn it, Jonathan Hickman. And now I'm like, I need number 5 so I can figure out what happened in number 4.
The only part I fully understood was the first page that...
The previously in Avengers?
Yeah. No, was the page where they... wasn't even a previously, it was where... Yeah. The previously in Avengers page. And then... Yeah. Then I was lost. So maybe...
Previously in Avengers because I read those 3 issues.
Maybe next issue, I'll get it. When it's broken down into its like 6 or 7 most integral.
Here's the thing about
panels.
Marvel now only weekly.
Yeah.
It's
all new X-Men
3 came out last week.
Daily.
4's this week. 5's next week. They need to separate. Like, granted, for this book, I need these books out weekly so I know what happens. Like, Adam Kubert drew it. That's why I didn't like this book. Maybe that's why. The art didn't illustrate what was supposed to happen. And Hawkeye, where the hell did he come from in this? He just magically appears like, pew, disappears. You don't see him the rest of the issue. Like,
they spoke to him in the beginning. I remember that. I remember a conversation with Hawkeye.
Like, it's not the Hawkeye book, so I don't care. I don't want the Hawkeye book. Hawkeye only belongs in Hawkeye. We're done. I can't do this anymore. There's bye, internet, chive on.
Hyperion.
Maybe that might have been Hyperion.
Instead of chive on, that's on the thing. Hyperion.